3410, I want to lay out the expectations for this course, um, which are just to follow the weekly modules. So in this first week, you have a syllabus quiz, and we'll go over the syllabus quiz momentarily. In week 2, you have a data collection quiz, and here are the corresponding slides. In week 3, you have your weekly homework or quiz here, and these are your PowerPoint slides corresponding to it. In week 4, this is the quiz. In week 5, this is the quiz. Week 6, you have a quiz on probability, and here are the corresponding slides. In week 7, you have your first exam. So this exam, you have a single attempt on it. However, you also have a review for the exam, and for that review, you can take the review as many times as you like, and it'll record your highest score. Okay, the course continues like this, and so you have your second exam until your final exam. You also have what is called a signature assignment for this course. Um, and for the signature assignment, you're to submit a written paper 2 to 4 pages in length. Um, and the assignment itself is pretty broad. You can submit any assignment that you'd like as it meets the requirements for the assignment. Um, but my suggestion is to discuss any research article related to analysis in the lecture notes, to discuss the signature assignment quiz, so you can just discuss specific components to this data analysis quiz, or you can do one on cloud seeding from the DNR in the state of Utah, and you'll learn what cloud seeding is. Like I said, you are welcome to do a paper on other topics as it relates to sustainability, and as this isn't a sustainable course. Um, the three things that you need to discuss in your paper are these three items. Okay. Um, so I just want to mention this middle one specifically. So I am expecting a graph would be nice. Then some discussion on the hypothesis test or confidence interval from the the paper or discussion, as well as the conclusion that you can make from this type of analysis. Okay, so here you're not to use ChatGPT to write your paper. Any such paper is going to get a 0. Okay, okay, let's go back and let's look at the syllabus quiz because there's something I want to mention. And let me take it as a student. So let me view this as a student. And here I'll click on the syllabus quiz. Um, okay, so here, this one is worth 5 points, and it says select all answers that select all answers that apply. So I'm going to select this answer here. Um, then here, this one says select all answers that apply, so I'm going to select this one, and I'm going to select this one. Okay, I'm, uh, you know, let's see. I'm going to select this one, and that's it. Okay. Okay, and I'm going to submit that anyway. Okay, so you'll notice on this first question, I got 1.25 points. That's because I only selected one correct answer there. Okay. Here I got 0 points. Notice I have a correct answer, and here I have an incorrect answer. So incorrect answers are worth negative points. So if you're not sure, you might want to, think twice about selecting it, but ultimately the choice is up to you. Just know that I got 0 points on this, even though I got one correct answer. Um, but here I got one incorrect answer. Okay, so that's the main thing that I want to show you. Okay, so I'm going to return. I want to look over one other thing here. Um, Here, this is a temperature analysis quiz. If I was to click on this, just want you to know that this is a timed quiz. Okay, if you exceed this time limit, it's going to submit the quiz regardless. Okay, um, you are allowed 2 attempts, and your average score is going to be recorded. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Okay, let's go to the syllabus now, and I'm going to leave the student view. So here, um, this is the course. It's online. Should change that year. So, okay. And you can click here to meet me in these office hours and make a reservation. Um, the primary form of communication in this class is via email, so you're going to want to be sure to try and follow this template. And the most important thing that you should do is you should just take a screenshot of the problem you're having issue with. Okay, that is the most important thing. Okay, um, it's also helpful to know that you're in Math 1040 and to have your name somewhere. Okay, sometimes they get busy, and a response could take up to 2 days, sometimes longer. Okay, but generally I'm going to try and get back to you as soon as possible. In terms of your textbook, this is the required textbook. However, a lot of students find that between these online resources and the uh, lecture notes that I provide, that they find that sufficient. Ultimately, the choice is yours. You can uh, you can get the textbook, you can decide that the slides are enough for you, that the online resources, however you learn best. Okay. In terms of grading for this course, there's a signature assignment, your worth 15, your homework's 30, 2 exams are 15 each, and your final's 25. Your exam dates are listed here, and notice you have a range of dates to take your you have a range of dates to take your uh, exams, okay? And that's because this is an online class and a lot of you have working schedules that you need to work around, okay? All of your exams are through Canvas. Um, you know, try not to, uh, need a makeup exam because it needs to be an extreme circumstance. Um, don't cheat on your exam. Some of you may want uh, a New York Times subscription, which is free. For instance, if there are some resources for your projects through the American Statistical Association that can be useful, especially if you're choosing another project. Um, if your uh, if this class violates your core beliefs, you need to refer to student code PPM 622. Okay, and try and contact me immediately so we can come to a resolution. There's a review for both of your exams, but not for your final exam. Um, then the homework is due on the dates listed in Canvas. There is a late penalty of 5% per day, so the sooner you submit your assignments, the better. Okay, if it's late, that is. And the learning outcomes for this course are as follows. Then we have some additional learning outcomes because this is a sustainable course, and the university requires a signature assignment. So the signature assignment takes this form here. I'm just going to say for the signature assignment, I do find it's a little bit easier to use the output of the Salt Lake City temperature analysis quiz as part of your assignment, but a lot of people do other projects as well. I would say it's maybe 40-60 or 50-50. Okay. In terms of the course coverage, these are the main topics that we're going to cover. And in terms of calculating your final grade, these are the percentages that correspond to the letter grades. Okay. Um, so with that, I just want to say welcome to Math 1040. It's a pleasure to have you, and I'm looking forward to it.